Hey, fellas, I want to let you know about something that's been helping a lot of men that you may not be aware of. It's our I'm Just a Guy Bible study on the YouVersion Bible app. You ever catch yourself thinking, I'm just a guy? What real difference can I make? I know I've been there. It's easy to look around and see other guys who seem more qualified, more respected, or more put together. But when I started digging into scripture, I realized something powerful. God isn't looking for perfect men. He's looking for obedient ones. Over 20,000 men have gone through this study and discovered how God uses ordinary guys to do extraordinary things. I'd love for you to check it out too. You can find it at thelionwithin.us/uversion or just search The Lion Within Us directly on the Bible app. Hope you enjoy it and keep unleashing the lion within.
Welcome to The Lion Within Us, a podcast serving Christian men who are hungry to be the leaders God intends you to be. I'm your host, Chris Granger. Let's jump in. All right, fellas, meet episode time. Let's get right into it, okay? So the scripture of the week this week, even though it's Thanksgiving, James, okay, chapter 1, verses 2 and 3, which is kind of weird verses to have before Thanksgiving week, but that's okay. Consider it all joy, my brothers and sisters, when you encounter various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance, okay? Love those verses. They happen to be my life verses. I think they're terrible life verses, but God gave them to me, so there you go. And I unpacked those verses at length in the SKO episode for this week. So go back in your podcast feed, check that out. And that's what we're all about, simplify and apply God's word. And again, I know I sound like a broken record, but you guys need to hear it all over and over. We do a daily SKO Monday through Friday within the Lion Within Us community. Okay, so Monday through Friday, it's free. And the only way you get to access it is go to thelionwithin.us, start your daily spiritual kickoff experience. Okay, all right. This episode is going to be a little bit different. Thanksgiving's tomorrow. Totally get it. All right. Everybody's super pumped and super excited. And we're talking about joy and trials. And I want to share this because I am thankful in a lot of ways. But I think this story hopefully will be encouraging to you. And if you listen to the podcast, last week we shared our episode about how we went to the men's conference, was able to hang out with Pastor Joby, all the wonderful people at 1122. John Tyson was there, Jeff Foxworthy, Willie Robertson. It was just incredible weekend. And really grew and learned so much about myself, about the lion. God told me I'm a prophet. I mean, it was all these things that were happening there this weekend. It was amazing. Mountaintop, right? Just one of the highlights of the lion so far. And there have been many, but that was just a really good moment, several moments there. And then I got home that Sunday. Great ride home. No traffic. We just drove straight from Florida back to Carolina. I helped my wife with some things on the farm that evening. And I went from helping her on the farm, walked into the house, and noticed something was going on with my right foot. So just to kind of back up, on July 26th of 2025, I was cutting a tree on the farm, and I was notching it. There's a limb had fallen down, so I was notching knocking the branches off to take the limb completely down. Something happened, and the limb itself broke free, and when it did, it hit me from behind on my right foot, and basically knocked my foot off my ankle. I mean, it was pretty gruesome injury. I called the ambulance immediately. 911, they showed up, texted Becca to come outside. I knew I was hurt bad. My foot was literally hanging in my boot. A couple fun things from that, though. When the ambulance showed up, I was wearing steel-toe muck boots. And I asked them I was like, look, guys, we don't cut these boots off. We pull these off. So they were like, really? With your foot this way? I'm like, hey, I can't feel it. So we got the muck boots off safely without cutting them. The second funny thing with this story is 2 weeks before, my daughters want to have a manicure and a pedicure night. So I'm being the dad that I am. I try to indulge them. I let them have fun. So they ended up with flamingo pink toenails and fingernails. So fingernails had to go because obviously I have people that I meet with on a regular basis. Still don't want to have pink fingernails, but I let the toenails ride for a while. So I'm like, that'd be fine. So the night before the injury, I told my wife, I'm like, I got to do something with these toenails. Like, this is not good. So I'm sitting there with my foot hanging off on a gurney in an ambulance with bib overalls, a cowboy hat, soaking wet of sweat because I've been working since the sun was up. And I realized about those toenails. And the old boys in the ambulance, they was like, I got to cut your sock off. And I stopped them. I was like, all right, guys, before you take another step, before you cut this sock off, I just need you to know that I have daughters. And they looked at me with the funniest look. And they cut the sock off. And when they saw the toes, they had to get out the ambulance. They just couldn't hold themselves. So, I mean, I can't, but they thought it was hilarious. The doctors, the nurses, for the next basically 14 to 16 hours, I spent explaining to everyone in Duke Hospital why I am sitting there with bib overalls and pink toenails. But anyway, so I think I got the point across for the most point. So they were able to reposition my foot. It's what it's called. They had to reposition ankle, which I don't know what drugs they gave me. I was in a different world. I can tell you that. My wife did say I kept yelling at Jesus and salvation. So apparently I was trying to share the gospel, even though I was basically out of my mind. Got the foot repositioned, met with the surgeon, had surgery on August 6th. Okay. Ended up with two or three plates, I think 2 plates and almost 20 screws to hold my foot together. And then physical therapy started. You know, there was lots of time without putting any weight on it. Then I was able to start physical therapy. And I had gotten to the point the week before the conference in October where I actually ran in the physical therapy's office, in the therapist's office. I've been doing lunges, squats, reverse lunges, step ups, exercising every day to build the strength back in my foot. Felt really good about it. And it was kind of crazy. The swelling just wouldn't go away. And we kept wondering, like, all right, maybe it's just something's going on there. And even the surgeon's like, I'm not sure. One of the screws that started backing out, she's like, well, I got to take that out eventually, but maybe it's just going to take time. They were thinking maybe even take a year. Well, as I kind of get back to the story, I got home that Sunday night. I finished the working in the barn with my wife, came inside, took my sock off, and just something, it was about the size of a nickel on the right side of one of the incisions from the surgery. And that's the side that hadn't never really healed the best. But it just kind of looked like it was just red and just kind of it felt soft. Like, I don't know what that is. But the Spirit whispered to me that night, said, don't eat or drink anything. I was like, okay. So I didn't have anything, didn't drink my water. I wish I never eat breakfast, but I didn't even drink water that morning. The crazy part is I already had an appointment set for Monday morning. It was set for like 9 o'clock Monday morning. I walk into the surgeon's office, look at her. She's like, how you doing? I said, I don't know. Got a weird spot here on my ankle. What do you think? So I pulled my sock off. And I heard the surgeon say words that no one ever hopes their surgeon says. Just to be honest with you. She said, S-H-I-T. And she looked, and now she's dead in the eyes. I'm like, well, that's not what I was hoping you were going to say. She's like, yeah, this isn't good. She's like, here's what I want you to do. I want you to leave here right now and go to the hospital. And she says, have you had breakfast? I was like, no, ma'am. Have you had anything to drink? No, ma'am. All right, I'm operating on you tonight. Tonight? Yep. As soon as I finish my rounds here and my clinics for the day, I'm coming to the hospital tonight. I don't have my kids. She had her husband can help her. She says the rest of the week I'm pretty busy, but I'm open tonight. You want to have surgery? I'm like, let's go. So that's what we did. We headed to the hospital. I was admitted. I had a CT and I was in a room by lunch. Okay. It happened that fast. They pulled blood cultures. And then at 4:15, I was headed to the OR. His plans, fellas, not mine. And within a couple hours later, half the hardware that was in my ankle originally was now out. And at that point, the waiting begins. They were monitoring my vitals. They were checking. They had all the things hooked up to me from a heartbeat, and blood pressure, and blood samples I think about every 8 hours. They're taking blood samples, and I looked like a prize fighter. I was so bruised up. Doctors coming in and out all night, and the whole time there was an unknown of what really was going on. But I found it was pretty interesting. Through all of this, my family and the lion just poured into me. And I'm talking about regular check-ins, prayers. I mean, I put a prayer request in there in the lion community about what was going on. And I don't even know how many guys. I just know it felt like I could feel the prayers from all over lifting me up. And ultimately, checking in on me. Being me and stubborn as I am, I even did a daily SKO. You guys hear me talk about the daily SKO. I'm not lying about this stuff. This stuff happens live. So I did a daily SKO live from the hospital. Okay. So I tried to do it live. Doctors kept coming in. I ended up having to record it throughout the day and then post it, but we got it done, and then you're just sitting there waiting. You don't know what to do. You just know that it's not good, and at the same time, she's like, I'm going to come in and take the rest of the hardware out on Thursday night. She said, I think you can get out Friday. I'm pretty sure you can, but we don't know yet. I said, okay. So I did what you do. Spent a lot of time praying, a lot of time talking to God, a lot of time writing for the lion, just doing stuff that I could for the lion, just connecting with other guys. Scared the hospital chaplain half to death. She came in and want to know, did I need to talk about anything? Did I need any encouragement spiritually? And my Bible's open on the bed. I got notes everywhere. I'm typing. I was literally writing a study for the Bible app. I held up my Bible. I'm like, you mean this? And I hold the Bible up. I'm like, I'm writing for the Bible right now. Would you like to talk about it? And she slowly backed out of the room there and said she hoped that I had a good night. So apparently I scared her a little bit too much Jesus or something. I don't know. But anyway, it happens. But I found out Thursday that it was a MRSA staph infection. So we finally had a diagnosis. We knew how to fight it. We knew the medicine that would work the best. And then I had the surgery that Thursday night. Throughout the week, my kids and my wife would come check on me. And so it was great to see them, but it was always tough when they left. Then when they would leave, you're just back alone. You're by yourself in a hospital gown, and you just don't know. And that was my reality. From the mountaintop of serving, in Jacksonville, to the valley of being admitted in a hospital with a infection that at the time I didn't know what it was. And I felt like all the PT I had done, all the progress I had made was for nothing. Because, after the first surgery, she says, you can't put any weight back on that leg. I'm like, well, that sucks. So they determined the best way to fight the infection was through what's called a PICC line. I don't know what PICC stands for. It's PICC. You guys probably know. I'm not sure. Basically, it's a line that's installed in your arm. Typically, mine's in my right arm. If you guys are watching on YouTube, I'm kind of showing it right now. It's in my right arm, and you give yourself IV antibiotics. And for me, it's 6 weeks. So I'm at the time of this recording, I'm literally in the first week or 2 weeks of doing the IVs. So I have quite a few, even past Thanksgiving. I'll be in the first week of December before I'm finished. But this is what I do. You install, you administer the IVs to yourself on a daily basis. And I'm even sitting right now recording this, just praying that it's going to work. An infection is outside of my control. There's only so much. I can eat right and try to have a good mental attitude and all that fun stuff. But there's so much out of my control here with this. And they discharged me on Friday. And you would think I'd be pumped up, and I was excited to be discharged. Don't misinterpret that. But I was also depressed. There's some depression that really hit me hard. And my rock star wife, hats off to her for just putting up with my knucklehead and the way I was, because I was just in a funk, man. I got home, I couldn't do anything to help her. I saw all that needed to be done, and I felt completely useless as a man. And then we already had, I'm telling you, God's hand, right? We already had counseling. Me and my wife, and we tell people about this. We have a marriage coach that we meet with once a month. He runs Uncovering Intimacy. You guys have heard me talk about Uncovering Intimacy. His name's JD. Love him. He's part of the Lion Within Us community as well. And he's out of Canada. He runs our couples night for us once a month. But she and I meet with him. I trust him. She trusts him. And it was just really good for him to help us think through this and to come together and just have a place to just unpack those ideas and thoughts, right, in a safe environment. And I can tell you, with him and just other brothers in the community, in the Lion, and just friends as well, I don't know how you get through stuff like this without God and without other Christians that are helping you. And I mean, the reality of the situation, I'm still, like I said, just trusting God because the infection is outside of my control. But I fully believe the healing is going to go from Him rather. And as we go into Thanksgiving, for me this year, there's a lot for me to stop and reflect on. And it starts with my wife and my family, how they've stepped in since my injury, from my parents to my in-laws to obviously my wife and daughters, and just I can't put into words what the love they've shown me. And it's not that they've replaced me. They're doing for me what I can't do for myself. I mean, they're walking out the gospel right now. And then the Lion guys. I mean, you guys hear me talk about our Lion's Den community all the time. I'm not blowing smoke. Without them, I'm not sure how I would have shaken the depression. I don't know. But to have guys checking on you regularly, most of these guys we've never met in person, but there's a bond. There is a deep relationship that is grown. And I would just encourage you, not plug in our community, because there's other communities out there too. I know the one thing, ours is full of sincere, loving, genuine guys. So, I mean, hop in that, because for me, it's been life-changing. I mean, it's life-changing. So sitting here at Thanksgiving a day before, I'm thankful for my health. I'm not where I want to be, but that's okay. I have some pretty incredible motivation. Every year on July 26th, prayerfully, good Lord willing, and moving forward, I plan on doing something challenging. Because I don't want to forget this season and the things that God has shown me through this season. I don't know if it's going to be a race or one of those, challenging workouts or something, but I want to do something. And look, if you want to do it with me, I don't know what it's going to be yet. Hey, just send me a note, okay? And we'll figure it out, when that comes to be. But I'm thankful for God, for His healing power, and I want to just remind myself of that, and do that every year. And I'm thankful for this trial. Again, I'm thankful for Pastor Joby and his encouragement to me when I needed it most. And how he's just poured. I mean, I got an email from him a couple weeks ago, right before the conference, because I was really feeling down on myself. Like, I just don't know if we even deserve to be there. And he's like, bro, you are right where you need to be. God has called you. He's equipping you, and let's go. So for guys like that to take time out of their day, I don't know what to say. I'm thankful for the Bible app. I mean, are you kidding me? We've touched 300,000, it's something crazy. I mean, it's a crazy number of guys with our writing through the Bible app. That's all God. And their team is incredible to be supported. So I just, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for you guys for listening and for checking out the Lion, just for any way you've supported the Lion ever. I'm super thankful for it. And not just monetarily, guys, because I can tell you, it's lonely and it's super daunting at times. But then when I get a note of encouragement or a text message or an email, something like that, it's needed. And as we wrap up this Thanksgiving special, I just want to share that story for what I've gone through here. And there's a long road ahead for recovery, but I fully trust God. But there's something I've talked about before in the past, and that's an encouragement. That is, I want to encourage you to write a gratitude list. Okay. So it depends on how old you are. So me, I'm 44. So whatever your number is, whatever your age is, just write that down on a sheet of paper, 1 through whatever. And then for each number, write something that you are grateful for, and then take it a step further and share that with your family during Thanksgiving, during the holiday season. I just think what a beautiful way to let others know how much you care, that you love them. And, man, it's a bold move, but bro, you're built for bold. You're not built for mediocre. I would ask that you keep me and my family in the prayers as we continue to navigate this infection and recovery. And I'm super excited. I'm thinking about getting a rowing machine. I don't know if any of you guys row, but one of our Lion members, his name is Rob. I just love that dude. He's a big rower. And he's talking about the benefits of rowing and how that's really just such a great workout for you. So if any of you guys got a tip on a good rowing machine, hit me up. I'm just kidding, but seriously, I'm looking forward to rehabbing that, and hopefully maybe we'll be able to get one of those and add those to the farm soon. But I just want to encourage you guys. Look, if you're going through a season, if you're going through a trial, if you're going through some difficult times, you're not alone. Just know that there's resources out there. We built the Lion for you, for guys just like you who need that encouragement, and it's available for you. You just got to take that first step. So, I mean, we've kind of talked about this week trials and Thanksgiving. The question was, how do you respond with joy when trials hit? And for me, it's turning to God and then trying to glorify Him through it. And I don't know why the tree moved the way it did, and I mean, it's thrown off basically. By the time it's all said and done, 6 months or more, it's going to be, a hurdle. But I know He's taught me so much through it. And I'm wondering if the infection is because I didn't listen to Him the first time, So I'm trying to really be intentional about that. Slow down, be with my family more. And that would be my encouragement to you over this Thanksgiving holiday, So thank you for listening. For you guys who are heading into Thanksgiving, enjoy it. Enjoy that time with family. Be where your feet are, bro. Like, just be at the table with your family. Don't worry about the phone or anything like that. When you start thinking about guys in your life and how you want to encourage them, leading up to Christmas, I would just ask you to consider Unleashing the Lion Within, our book. Getting that and let that be a gift that you could gift another man. They may find it super encouraging. So again, that's on Amazon. But either way, I just pray that you have a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for hanging with us. Thanks for listening. Thanks for all the support and the way that you guys support the Lion. And we are going to have a fun Friday. It's going to be a little bit shorter one, but hopefully you guys are going to enjoy that. For your I guess it'd be your Black Fun Friday or your fun Black Friday. That probably would be a better way to say it. But other than that, guys, thank you for all the support. Give us a rating and review. TheLionWithin.us is where you can find that. And if you wouldn't mind, just keep me lifted in prayer that we can get this healing and hopefully be back on the trail soon and out there running and doing the things that God's called me to do. All right, fellas, have a great day. Enjoy that turkey. Just keep unleashing the lion with it.
If you're tired of going at it alone, we understand. Every man needs wise counsel, but finding it can be quite the challenge. That's why we build our leadership masterminds. This isn't just more content, guys. It's real discipleship with a consistent rhythm, small cohorts of no more than 7 guys, honest hot seat sessions, and biblical counsel that turns good intentions into action. You'll get accountability, clarity, and a circle of brothers who will challenge you and cheer you on. We open up new options regularly, so there's room to find the right fit. It's not always easy, but it is worth it. The first step is simple. Take the Leadership Mastermind Assessment. No pressure, no hype, just thoughtful questions to help you see where you are, where God is leading you, and whether this is a good option for your next step. Hey, if it's a fit, we're going to follow up with details. And if it's not, we'll point you to resources to help you keep growing. Either way, you move forward. So if you're ready to take the assessment, head over to thelionwithin.us/mastermind. So that's thelionwithin.us/mastermind to get moving today.